Well, joining us now is Karen, and she brings us up to date on the Lumen Verum Academy. Karen, thanks so much for being with us today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, we were talking before, so Karen taught at BC High.
Oh, great.
And see, as a CM guy, you know, he's okay with it. As a civilian guy, I'm okay with it too. So we'll continue the interview at this point.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Karen, tell us about the mission of Lumen Verum.
Sure. The mission of our school is to promote a Catholic, exceptional, and joyful education that is fully in accordance with the Magisterium of the Catholic Church. One very distinctive feature of our school is that all faculty and staff must take an oath of allegiance to the Magisterium. We see our goal as to help our scholars know, love, and serve God so they can become missionary disciples of Jesus Christ. And we want them to know the joy of a life of discipleship. We also take very seriously the family and parents as the primary educators of their children. And our goal is to support parents who want a faithful environment where their children will be surrounded by peers and by teachers who will nurture their children's faith. We're fully transparent with our families about what's happening in our school and in the classrooms, and we encourage families to engage with the material that we're teaching with their children.
Karen, why is this so important today, especially with the political environment and what's going on, that we make sure that we have this faith-based education?
Sure. I think a lot of secular education, and unfortunately probably some schools with very, very good will, I think they've we've heard from our parents, that they're coming to us because the education system is driving a wedge between students and parents instead of trying to bring students and parents together. So a big part of our mission is to make sure that students and parents, that tradition that is handed on from generation to generation is preserved. We want children to look up to their parents and look up to their parents' faith and see that their role is to carry on their parents' faith. So we kind of want to resist those trends in education that try to drive parents and students apart or teach students to just question everything that their parents are teaching them. Certainly we want our students to be independent thinkers, but we definitely want them to respect the tradition that their parents and forebears have carried on to them. So that's part of it as well. And I think also a lot of secular education is not rooted in an authentically Catholic anthropology that acknowledges the reality of what is true and what is good and what is beautiful. And I think Catholic schools have an obligation to sort of recover a true Catholic anthropology. We are made to know the truth. We are made to love and know God, and education should be aimed towards that end.
Can you tell us what grade levels are available, and maybe a little bit about some of the curriculum as well?
Absolutely. Currently, we serve grades 6 through 8. We'll be opening up a 9th grade next year, so we're very excited about that. The curriculum is classical in its content and pedagogy, so we read the great books, we study the great figures and the great themes in literature, math, science, history, philosophy, and always through a lens of truth and virtue. How does this teach us how to live well and live as disciples of Christ? We want our scholars to see themselves as heirs to this very rich Catholic intellectual tradition that we've inherited. So we include classical subjects, Latin, rhetoric, and classical composition. And our approach kind of focuses on teaching our scholars the skill of Socratic discussion so that they can proclaim the truth with confidence and in dialogue with each other and with the broader world.
This hybrid model provides, as we've discussed, this great faith-based option for homeschooling families to have a community and expand access to academic subjects. What has been the response thus far to this?
Yeah, the response has been really beautiful, actually. We've heard families kind of say to us, we were searching and searching, and you've been a godsend. The Holy Spirit sent you into our lives at this particular moment. And that's exactly the kind of families we want to serve. We're a small community right now, but I know that we'll grow with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Right now, we're serving scholars over a 130-mile range, all the way from Cape Cod up to Gardner and to Uxbridge, all this huge geographical region that otherwise wouldn't have access to this authentic Catholic education. And but our in-person days allow us to kind of maintain this strong sense of community where we can gather together and explore the very rich educational, cultural, and religious resources that are available to us. And the other piece that our families really value is that we're able to bring in speakers from all over the country to engage with our students as part of our community. So, for instance, we have the Sisters of Life who come to us on a weekly basis almost to teach classes to our students. We have guest speakers and professors from all over the country who can can engage with our scholars. So it's been a really kind of beautiful experiment in how Catholic education can reach a broader audience and be really accessible to anybody who wants to experience it.
Can you talk about some of the advantages of having a hybrid mode of schooling?
Sure. I think one of the big advantages is that it does allow us to provide this to a bigger geographical expanse than we could otherwise. We have families, like I said, from Cape Cod who they don't have any good options like this in their region, and they're able to come to us and experience this education. It also allows us to help our students see themselves as part of the broader Catholic community, both in this country and around the world. So we're able to kind of get them connected with scholars, with religious orders from all around the country, so they can see that the Catholic community is vibrant and it's big and it's growing and it's dynamic, and they can engage with these figures and these thinkers and these scholars and see themselves as part of this great mission of the universal church.
Well, Karen, it certainly has been a pleasure talking to you today. How can viewers learn more about Lumen Verum?
Absolutely. Please visit our website at lumenverumacademy.org. And if you're within driving distance of the Boston area, please get in touch with us, get on our mailing list. Our in-person events are generally open to the public, so you're welcome to join us on one of our events. Learn about our virtual events, and they're open to the public as well. You're welcome to join us to those as well.
Karen, Merry Christmas and continued best of luck with the project. It's great.
Thank you so much, and I would very much appreciate the prayers of you and of all of your viewers. Thank you so much for your time.